Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be meeting the SGA President-elect, Will Thompson. Will, thanks for joining me here today.
Aaron, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
And as I mentioned, President-elect, you've just recently been elected President of the SGA. First off, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
And first off, for the folks at home, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, major, all that sort of stuff?
Well, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I'm a sophomore. I'm a political science major, a leadership minor, and been involved with SGA for about a year and a half now. Ever since my freshman year, I was appointed to the Supreme Court by then President William Fillmore and have served in that capacity up until now. So I guess I'm climbing the corporate ladder, I guess.
Now, you were recently appointed Chief Justice prior to this. So you've held a leadership position in the SGA prior to this. So how does it feel, I guess, moving up to this top position in the SGA?
Well, I really don't know yet. It really hasn't hit me that I've won, I guess. I've been thinking about it a lot over the last couple of days, and I've been so busy with the transitional work that takes place, I haven't really had the time to sit down and think about, what transpired on Wednesday with the election and now working to that transitional period when I get sworn in on April 10th. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity, but there's a lot of work in between that will keep me from really dwelling on that for the time being. Now,
you play for the golf team. You've been playing since you started school here, but I take it you're going to take a break from golf and focus on maybe government duties here?
Well, that's the case, yeah, and certainly this was a decision that stemmed from my decision not to play golf for the next 2 years. There were a lot of classes that I needed to take where golf just wouldn't allow my schedule to be very flexible. So unfortunately I won't be back for the next 2 years, and of course I'll miss it, but they say God closes one door and he opens another one wide open, and that's certainly been the case with this, so I'm looking forward to it.
Jumping in with both feet.
Absolutely.
Now, do you have political aspirations for your future? Are you planning to be a politician? You plan on running for public office when you graduate? Is that your plan?
Well, we'll see. I was telling my mom the other night that I could barely handle the stress of a 7-day campaign, much less a 7-month campaign. So we'll see how it goes. This just kind of fell in my lap, and it's something that I've been excited about doing ever since I decided to run, but future political career, I certainly enjoy politics. I've been involved with politics in the state of Alabama for most of my life and working on campaigns and stuff, so I enjoy the political theater, but we'll see what transpires over the next few years.
Now, what are your plans for the SGA? Obviously, when you run, you've got all these promises of things to do, but what are your goals? And I know you've got a pretty big goal that has to deal with Montgomery, right? So
yes, that was the main thing that I stressed over my campaign. I could have focused on one sole issue, which my opponent did, and that was the rebolstering of Trojan pride. And while that is a big issue facing our students, I feel like that there's a lot more that we can do as a student government to address the more pressing issues that our student body has. We've faced a lot of cuts from the state government over the years, and I have pledged throughout the course of my campaign that I'm going to be in Montgomery twice a month talking with our state legislature about the issues that are facing our students. And I think that when you have an increased student advocacy in the legislature, your students have a voice, and I think senators and representatives will take note of that.
Now, obviously that is an important part, but you've obviously probably got some plans for Troy campus as well, I would think. Have you started thinking about things you want to do here on Troy as well?
Yes, absolutely. And we're facing a big year with regards to new facilities that we're going to be opening up, and certainly we want to have the entire student body involved in that. But one of the things specifically with the SGA is we want to continue to diversify our SGA. We want to continue to make sure that our student body is accurately represented in the Senate and the executive branch and the judicial branch as well. And that's something that I'm going to continue to work for. And we've also talked about my Trojan Pride initiative, which we're going to begin the planning stages of in the next 50 days, or the first 50 days of my administration, rather. And I'm excited about that as well. It's going to help our students to become more prideful in their university and ultimately become better representatives of Troy University in graduation and beyond.
And obviously, trying to get some students more involved on campus and with the SGA as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, and that was the thing that we were talking about earlier. I was thinking about this morning was I've got to make a lot of appointments to the Supreme Court. And obviously we want to encourage people not only to be involved in the Supreme Court, but we also want to encourage people to be involved in the Senate. Take ownership of your SGA. Our SGA works for the good of the student body, and that's something that we want to continue to see progress. And I think we will if the interest in serving in the SGA continues to grow as well.
Well, good luck with your year here,
Absolutely.
and congratulations once again, and thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure we'll see you here again in the coming year
Sure.
to talk about many things on campus. So thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely.